Hi, this is Keith Trim with KeithTrim.com, and I'm here at the Elks Club on Flag Day, and we're here to interview some of the veterans about what it's like to be here on Flag Day.
John Roddy, Jay Sitto, Carmen Wheatcraft, Bernie Berner, and John Hull.
Okay, who wants to start? Who is our World War II guys? Okay, I'm gonna and tell me a little bit about where you were.
Well, I was in the European theater. England, France, Germany, Belgium, Holland. I don't know. The beach in Italy. Yeah, I was in the paratroops in the 58th Parachute Field Artillery.
Really? Anything exciting you could share with us?
Well, yeah, there's a lot of things got exciting. Better if we don't talk about them.
That's fine. Carmen, what were you doing?
Yes, I was in the Asiatic Pacific Theater, and we traveled from New Hebrides on north of Bougainville, Guadalcanal, Johnston Island, and then we liberated the prisoners of Leyte, and I wound up spearheaded Luzon. And so I was in Luzon to within 6 days of the World War end. So that's when I got wounded up on the northern tip of Luzon.
Wounded? What happened?
In the Philippines? Well, they said there was about 20,000 Japanese they wanted to surrender. And so they told me, I had a machine gun section, they says, Wheatcraft, go out there and get those Japanese, let them surrender to you. But, he says, I would take along some ammunition. Well, the short story is we got bushwhacked. And I was the only one left.
Really?
Yeah, I was wounded, and it took about 7 or 8 months in the hospital to recover. Got shot through the leg and through the arm, through the stomach.
Really?
But right now I'm in good shape. The Veterans Administration is taking good care of me.
Thank you.
I'm a retired master sergeant from the National Guard in the Army. I spent 18 months in the South Pacific. I was on Guadalcanal, Fiji, New Caledonia, and rest period in New Zealand. And then I was in Hiroshima and then in Okinawa.
Great. Bernie?
Yeah, I was in Korea in 1969-70. I was in the 7th Military Police Company over there in Korea, and they still had the ceasefire going on there in Korea. It's the longest ceasefire it's ever been. There were still men up there on the DMZ, and when I was there were probably, I'd say, 60,000 American soldiers still in Korea helping, for policing action.
Thank you. What was your experience?
Well, I was in the Navy and spent my whole career in the South Pacific. Well, I was in the first, we landed in Pearl Harbor. I wasn't there when it was struck. I mean, this was later. And then we traveled down to Manus Island, little island across the equator. And from there we just went right up the line, from Guadalcanal right up the line. And the last battle was Okinawa. And we all knew, after the battle, we were sent back to Pearl Harbor for rest leave. And we all knew that our next battle was going to be the invasion of Japan. We were all confident that's what we would do. But during our 2-week rest leave, the war ended. So we were happy.
Great.
John,
what's your experience?
I'm a retired Chief Petty Officer in the Navy, although I spent my first 6 years in the Marine Corps and 2.5 years in Vietnam. Pretty much all North Vietnam. South Vietnam, excuse me.
Okay. Great. Were you in the military too?
Yes, I was in the Army. I left as an E4. I spent about a year in Germany, and during Grenada, I was part of 1st COSCOM in the Amy Division, supplying parts like Jesus nuts to the helicopters that were on Grenada. Although I wasn't there, certainly several from my platoon were, and there was certainly a wonderfully close communication and association supporting the troops during Grenada.